kids are amazing, and I love it when our youngest gymnasts come up and they ask me, what is that on your leg? And I tell them I have a bionic leg. My mother loved watching Olga Corbett when my sister and I were young, and she started my sister and I in a gymnastics program at the YWCA. It was in 1992, and I was a gymnast at the University of Oklahoma, and I was doing a skill that I had done over and over hundreds of times, and I just had a freak accident and I fractured my ankle. It required surgery, and when the doctor did surgery, he did not use antibiotics. So I contracted a bone staph called osteomyelitis, and I fought that staph for over 20 years. It was extremely painful to walk. I would have a reoccurrence of the staph. They would have to go in and clean it out. I would have to have a PICC line for several weeks with antibiotics, and it got to the point that I couldn't even get out of bed and walk and put my foot down without excruciating pain. In January of 2013, I had my last surgery on my big toe, and they were trying to fuse it, and it didn't fuse, it didn't work. I had a reoccurrence of the staph, and that's when my doctor and I decided together it was probably the best option for me, because I was fighting the infection over and over again, to amputate. Emotionally, it was harder to wean myself off the pain medication and learn to live my new normal. Being on medication literally for 15 years straight, you forget what it feels like to wake up and actually see the blue in the sky. After I got off the pain medication, I was able to enjoy walking. I always encourage people. I tell them there's going to be a rough period and a period of learning, almost like when you start school and you go to kindergarten, first grade, you have to go through the steps, but it gets easier and it gets better. In all sports there's going to be injuries, but I was fearful that people would not want to do gymnastics, and that was my biggest fear of opening a gym. I didn't want to share my own struggle. But then after I had the amputation, everybody was so supportive. Innovative Prosthetics helped me in ways that other providers had not, by having a patient advocate there with me the first time. They also immediately fitted me with a prosthetic that was fit for my lifestyle, basically. From the beginning to the end of my first visit, I felt like it was a whole different experience from anything I'd experienced before as far as my prosthetic. It's very important to find the right prosthetic provider, because it's your lifeline. If you can't walk, if you can't use your limb or use your prosthetic, then it's really worthless. Having somebody that listens to you, listens to your daily struggles, or for the goals that you have for yourself. Can't ever give up. You have to keep pushing forward, and I believe that you can achieve anything that you want as an amputee. You just have to keep trying every day. Every day, put one foot in front of the other. My name is Missy Seiler, and I am a right below the knee amputee.